Okay, good morning. The title that given to our group is Household Expenditure Survey. We are from Group D1. My name is Shashitra. Her name is Hani Diana. His name is Halvin. Okay. Our content is introduction, objectives, conclusion, and reference. Okay, household expenditure. Expenditure refers to the way people choose to spend their income in order to satisfy various needs and wants. There are three types of expenditure, which is fixed, discretionary, irregular. So fixed expenditure is spending money on goods and services on regular basis and the payment independent on usage. Discretionary expenditure is spending money on non-essential items that we choose to buy, while irregular expenditure is spending money on goods and services regularly but the amount spent varies. Okay. Example of fixed expenditure is mortgage repayments, rent, insurance premiums, while irregular expenditure is groceries, telephone bills, and education costs. Discretionary pay expenditure is entertainment, holiday, and gifts. The overview of the study is to collection the information on the expenditure patterns of household in Malaysia. In 2014, this household expenditure survey assigned to our group consists of three different separately data files, namely information of household, information of members of household, the expenditure by items of household.
This is our objective for our survey. Our first objective is to identify the household expenditure distribution in Malaysia of 2014. Our second objective is to identify the household expenditure of the different group of items in 2014. Our third objective is to find out the expenditure pattern of urban and rural household in Malaysia on different group in 2014. The last one for our objective is to determine the type and the characteristic of Malaysia household in 2014. Okay, this is our method of data analysis. First, we are using the data and chart to provide the powerful way of summarizing data. This way that people easy to read and understand. There are an important alternative table for large data base. Next, this is the significance of study. Our first significance of the study is to provide the data or evidence on living conditions and standard living of the population in Malaysia, so that the societies have to prepare a budget based on expected income and avoid impulsive buying. Okay, this is our qualitative variables. The type of expenditures, industry classification and occupations, stage, ethnic group, citizenship, gender. All of this is our nominal variables. Next will be education, attainment, class share in total expenditures, age. These three is our ordinal variables.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will present about first and second objective of our survey. The first one is household expenditure survey. From the histogram in this table, we can determine the mean, median, mode, standard deviation, variation, skewness, kurtosis, range, minimum, and maximum. Okay, from the graph, we can conclude that the graph is to identify and analyze the total household expenditure in Malaysia. The graph also has right skewed distribution shape. The third one is there is an outlier because value of range is smaller than maximum value. The fourth one is the median from the household expenditure is about 2,700 because median is the best measure of central tendency for the skewness of the data. Okay, this is our second objective, which is the household expenditure of this different group of item. All of this is group item and the description of expenditure group. Okay, from our table, the group item, and this is for the total expenditure from the item and also the median of the expenditure. So from the table before slide, we can interpret them in the bar graph. These all the bar graph that we can uh, interpret. The bar chart for median and expenditure amount per household based on the different group of item. Okay, from this bar chart, we can identify the highest median expenditure from the group item 4, which is housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels. Is about 11 million and 600, and reason for the median expenditure is cost of daily life expense is high. For the lowest median expenditure, group item 11, which include restaurant and hotel, which is about RM 528,000. Its reason is why is it not our daily life expenses and some family cannot overcome this kind of expenses.
Our third objective is the expenditure patterns of urban and rural households in Malaysia on different groups. Based on the table, we can identify the ethnic group we are separating for urban and rural, and this is the total. So the table shows that the comparison between stratum and ethnic group of the household expenditure for the year 2014. The household expenditure made by Bumiputra breadwinners are 10,116 ringgit, which is higher than the non-Bumiputra breadwinners, which is 4,722 ringgit. The total stratum for urban households are 10,246 ringgit, whereas the rural households are 4,592 ringgit. Okay, this is the bar chart for the comparison between the stratum and ethnic group. From the graph, we can say that the expenditure made by Bumiputra breadwinners of urban is 6,138 ringgit, while 4,108 by rural household, followed by non-Bumiputra breadwinners of urban households spend RM 3,978 ringgit, whereas RM 614 ringgit by rural households. Overall, we can conclude that the strata of Bumiputra in urban and rural has the highest expenditure compared to the strata of non-Bumiputra in urban and rural in the year of 2014. Our fourth objective is the types and characteristics of Malaysia households. We had compared between the education level and also the gender, and this is the total value for the breadwinners. The table shows the comparison between the level of education and gender of the household expenditure for the year 2014. We can see that the household expenditure made by male, which is 32,162 ringgit, higher than the female, which is 31,929 ringgit. So this is the bar chart for the gender and education. From the graph, we know that the expenditure made by male is RM 32,162 ringgit, where most of them are from secondary school, while the female is 31,929. In conclusion, we also can notice that the household expenditure made by secondary school students are the highest compared to other graduates different level of education.
Okay, I will present about the conclusion. Okay, the last one is in conclusion. We find out the phenomenon of crisis of unemployment of worker is not really at a critical stage in Malaysia. However, in order to prevent the crisis of unemployment of employees in the future, both the government and private sector of companies in Malaysia should reduce foreigner employment. We also explore that there is also exists gap between the rich and the poor, and therefore we think that government need to take some effort in promoting financial education to the lower income family by teaching and guiding them. Okay, this is our reference. That's all from us. Thank you. Bye.